let's learn to stop topping those woods from the ground. Is there anything more frustrating? Think about it this way, the higher handicapper or the more senior golfer, as we get older, these clubs become more prolific. We use them more often, so getting the most out of them is key. The first thing has got to be loft. That concept of not up on it early, but really trusting it is key to striking it. This will not only change like your 3-wood, your 5-wood, your 4-wood, but also your hybrids too. Let's first off hear what clubs that do you use. So I've got King Cobra F9, 14.5 degree fairway wood. Now I've actually lofted this up 1.5 degrees. This is 16 degrees here. A lot more lofted than you'd probably anticipate me saying there. Then I carry a 19 degree one length absolute machine. But I want to know what you carry, because I think this is the first point. I think 3 woods are super hard to hit and actually probably won't go as far for some of us as something that's a little bit more lofted. We think about it this way, as we take loft off, so let's think about it like this. So if I grabbed a golf ball now, and this alignment stick would be kind of the trajectory the ball was going out at. Okay, as we take loft off, our launch goes a little bit lower. This means that with not a lot of ball speed, our carry will really be shortened. Okay, we have the same ball speed, but we launch it a little bit higher, our potential of carry becomes a little bit more. So I really think, one, a little bit more loft might actually help us hit it a little bit further, but also visually as you hit it, look at it down the ground, a little bit more loft is more inviting to hit. These two factors, I think, for a lot of golfers will definitely benefit them in terms of distance and in terms of strike. And I'm saying this not as a senior, not as a beginner, somebody who's played golf at, without sounding kind of too big-headed here, I'm not saying an amazing level, but a pretty good level. I've lofted my fairway wood up, and I would always condone lofting this up. I think you'd be surprised how many European Tour, PGA Tour players don't actually carry a 3-wood. It's more like a 4.5 wood, and I think that's the first thing we've got to try. If you can, and your fairway wood is adjustable, your longest fairway wood in terms of your least lofted fairway wood, let's loft it up a few degrees, and that actually sits in beautifully with my 19 degree. The gapping works perfectly. So let's get into technique. What are we looking for? So you've noticed here that I've positioned this alignment stick on the ground here on a slight descending blow. Tying into not seeing a lot of loft here, what does our brain tell us to do? Right, let's try and get this ball into the air. Okay, that's fine. We know that that's what we want to do. That is our objective with this club. But I want you to try and feel, not that we hit down on it and too steep, but we make a slight descending blow, almost matching this alignment stick. So I've placed these golf balls roughly 4 inches inside of where this alignment stick goes into the ground to really signify a descending blow and a brush of the turf afterwards. This golf club after impact, feeling though it's traveling further away from me and lower, not up and high quickly. That is what we've got to get out of. So let's hit one away here. Because it's wet here in the UK, this is so easy to do. Just pop the alignment stick down the ground, a slight angle, just where my club head fits, just underneath it. That's all we're looking for. And it really acts as a good visual. And I think that slight descending blow will really help us get a more centered strike, rather than scoop it up into the air and getting a bottom strike. A more centered strike, more spin, more ball speed, longer distance, add a bit more loft in there. We're on to an absolute winner. So let's hit one with this and with the hybrid. Whoa, that is just feels so good to hit. Let's look at this a bit closer here, so just come in closer with me. My golf ball was exactly where this yellow ball was here, and you can see that I've taken a little bit of a bruising brush of the turf. You can see that there, a nice little bruising brush of the turf. So let's go and hit this now with the hybrid and try this one as well. Right, same deal, slight descending blow, really picture what's happening. This will change the way your hybrids and woods feel off the deck. Going into winter, going into any time of the year, if we're struggling for distance, these clubs have to perform for us to shoot low scores. Make them easier, loft them slightly up. I guarantee you're going to see massive improvements in strike, delivery, consistency. Don't need to go on about it anymore. It's going to really change the way you strike them. So thank you so much for joining me on today's tip. Remember, we bring daily tips that are going to help you transform your game. So I would really appreciate it if you could join this team by hitting that big red subscribe button. That's that one down there. And I make this content for you, so do let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to hear everything about you, where you're from, and about how you're playing and how your season was this year.